TMI or not, I'm not wearing any pants. Hi, I'm TJ. This is GoFigureNews.com, and today I'm going to be looking at something quite special. They are one of a kind, one of one, unique pieces from My Angel Is Centerfold, My Blood Runs Cold. Hey, memories have just been sold. Angel is Centerfold. Actually, these are front pages. You've got Calico and you've got the Science Journal, Science World, right here. This is the Venus flytrap, and this is, of course, the computer, or inside the gaming machine of the computer of the past. I believe Calico originally debuted in New Jersey, and the company had a second life, but I believe that's vanished off the scene as well. So I'm going to go one by one here. Okay, so today we're looking at the Suck Lord and his amazing Suckpanels. Now this is the back. Basically what you get is a plywood plank, a hanger, and his signature in big, thick pink marker. And you can see here that there is a screw that holds the figure on the front in place. And basically these have all been painted individually. Recently he's put out 2 waves of these, and one of these came from one wave and one came from the other. For whatever reason, have felt that I needed something original in my life, and I do have a fairly large art collection that I've amassed over the last 40 years. I figured it made sense to bring the Suck Lord into that realm. Here it is, the incredible piece that is basically the front cover of this magazine. I'm pretty sure this is the actual cover. I'm not exactly sure. It's probably a copy, a color copy or something like that. There's, because this symbol right here that looks like it was a price tag is flat to the surface. Even with the varnish coating, it's pretty much solid. There's nothing that would indicate that this was potentially the original. So, but again, this is dated 1958, which predates me, and I'm sure predates the Suck Lord as well. Though you never know what turns up in dumpsters in New York, and he definitely is right in the center of it all there. Watch for an interview with the Suck Lord in our Behind the Figure series. That is coming up, and that will in fact be our very finale for the series. So you'll notice on the page on our site under interviews, there is one spot left, and we saved him for last. The figure is quite detailed, and it's a combination of, for the head, it's definitely one of the Dark Lords from the animated series, and I think it was in the prequels, the latter day 3 films that people have all a hubbub over. It's really a fantastic contrast between this almost neon-y orange red and the gray suit. There's some incredible details, so I'm gonna pop in a couple of photos for you to take a look at. As you can see, there is a lot going on here. One thing to note is he puts a signature swash of, kind of a la Pollock with this like splatter paint. And here there's just a little bit, but it's right here at the top, and it kind of merges down here. I like this cover. It's really retro. It's really interesting. And this is when magazines were really magazines. Besides for being the sort of reference to a man-eater, a plant that's somewhat robotic, that lives on living things, it also gives a nod to journalism in general. I'm a science freak. Anything that's new and exciting in the world of science, I say, if you've seen all those demonstrations by scientists all across the country and the world, I would say if you are interested in your future, those are the people to stand with. because in fact the most important and enduring thing on our planet is the issue of climate control and the issue of erosion and the issues of polar ice disappearing. There's so much that's going on in our world that needs to be tapped into and improved upon, and it is in fact scientists that make the discoveries that help our planet move forward and where we can see progress. So this has got Star Wars going on, this has got science going on, in love. All right, so I am not a gaming geek, so you might ask, why would he get this one over all those other fantastic figures? I mean, he had one of, oh my goodness, there was one that was kind of like ancient Egyptians, and then there was one with the Muppets, like little finger puppet type figures, and there might be still some up there, and if there are, I'm going to pop the address here for you to take a look at, because these are really fantastic and they're one of a kind, so you feel like you're really owning something that no one else is ever going to see again. So I'm loving shocking neon pink coloration here with the paint and the backdrop here behind the figure, and the figure kind of looks like something a cross between like Tron, because the colors are that black color with that light blue, baby blue color, which is a really fantastic strong contrast with the pink. You've got the ColecoVision console here, which is classic. It's definitely yesteryear. It's definitely foregone. And I guess in many ways, these systems come back and people adore, old Atari and old Game Boys and all that sort of stuff. To see something like this, in my mind, it's probably an acknowledgement and a nod to a company that that Morgan grew up with, and that he can see that, in fact, yes, here is a company that really was making it right in my backyard. So that's kind of exciting to look at it that way. This figure, unlike the other one, has a lot more paint details. So you'll see on the claws and the boots, there's a dash of metallic silver. You see a little bit on the helmet, and then just dots for eyes, little tiny dots that look almost a little bit like a kind of a muted neon green color. But I love the sort of shiny black of the suit. This is almost like carded figures come to life and put up on a wall. This sort of is a meta take on his own work, because he's gone from the production of, say, a whole bunch of Gate Empire figures to creating a singular figure, which is probably repeated in other work. All good artists take a theme and repeat on it until you can't do so anymore. You bash it into submission until you really get the kernel. And I'm not talking a two-piece and a biscuit. These are the Suckpanels by Suckadelic and the Suck Lord himself. Original, one-of-a-kind, unique works. And for all you resin-loving, carded, bootleg figure art toy folks out there, this is just for you, just because you're watching this video. We are taking a sabbatical for the summer. There's a few things that we have to take care of, and we want you to stick with us. We will have a completely new concept that is completely 100% resin focused starting in the fall. So after our summertime away, we'll be back, and those just aren't famous last words, I guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and for all of you out there, also, please vote for Best Blog. Wink, wink. We would love your vote and support. For the Designer Toy Awards, which are on May 20th, votes are to be cast between now and May 3rd only. And it's completely up to you guys, the fans, the watchers that are out there, loving toys, collectors of all shapes and sizes. We want to continue doing this, and we want to do it upright. and we love your support. There'll be a link below, and we will see you next time right here on Go Figure News. Over and out.